Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. We are live. Think Tank Thursday is back. And so before we get going, let's take a moment. Let's take a moment and let's share. And then, in addition to us sharing, let's start tagging some of our friends. Let's start tagging some of our people. You are not going to want to miss this think tank. I'm telling you, it's getting ready to be powerful. So come on, let's take a moment and let's do that now. Let's share. Let's share. Let's share it. Matter of fact, I'm sharing. I'm sharing on social media. This is good. This is good. I see you. And as you all are coming in, say something to me. We want to shout you out and put you on the screen. Come on, say something to me. And we're so glad that you are here. Who's here watching? Who's here watching? All right. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get moving. Let's get moving. So, y'all, I am so excited. I'm so happy to be able to welcome a good friend of mine, someone who has inspired me, especially in my Hampton days. And her name is none other than Sianni. Are you ready to come in? Here we go. We're about to bring her in. Come on, let's welcome Sianni to the Think Tank. Come on, I need y'all to be talking to us today. Don't be creepy. Talk to us. I know it's been a minute since we've done these think tanks, but we want to hear from you. You know, I was just telling Sianni, it's my bad that we're a little bit late. I know some of y'all were texting me. I was working with my dad's church. Hey, Yolanda, I see you. Working with my dad's church, and I was just like, Lord, everybody just want to catch the Holy Ghost when I got to do something. But no, it was all good. It was all good. So here's what I need y'all to do. We're getting ready to hop in. I need you to hit that share button. This is about to be awesome. Here we go. So y'all, let me tell y'all, I think the first time that I met Sianni, and tell me if I'm right or wrong. I think the first time we met was through SLP.
I want to, yeah, because you came in after me. You were a freshman, all geeked and excited to be at Hampton.
I know it.
Hampton.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah,
You
SLP.
know, like, and Sianni was like the busy bee. Sianni was the one that everybody turned to her for everything. And during our student leadership program, she was over what was it called? Spiritual
Emphasis.
Spiritual. God Almighty, that's
Yes,
it.
team member.
And everybody didn't want to be on spiritual emphasis, so it ended up being like three of us, or maybe just the two of us. And like, when I tell you, she's probably one of the most innovative people and creative people that I met during my time at Hampton. She's the one that came up with the 24-hour prayer line, which I think is still active through her org. She's the one that came up with the actual box in the student center to receive prayer requests, and we kind of like partnered with the campus ministry at the time. And like, when I tell you, people would use this stuff, students would use this stuff. And man, so many events that she has put on, and I just been able to sit and watch and glean. And so I'm just so grateful that she would even be here. Oh, look at Diamond Gant. Diamond Gant is on.
Oh,
Look at
that's so
her.
sweet. Hey, Diamond.
So tell me this, Sianni, as we're about to hop in, like, what would you say are some things that you took with you from your SOP and your Hampton days?
Yeah. I always tell people that like things that you think is a small task is really not a small task at all. So if you're the one that is assigned to pass out, I don't know, French fries, the whole SOP. Like I think it was like 150 people. To me, that teaches you
Absolutely.
organization, how to do things quickly, how to do things efficiently. So small tasks like that we had to do within SOP kind of taught me how to run an organization now, my nonprofit. And this is sure I'm saying for you, like how to lead people, how to correctly fill out forms, how to put on an event, what it looks like to be organized, how to do the back end of things. So that's what it taught me.
Absolutely, absolutely, and like I'll never forget. It taught. I know SLP for me. It taught me crisis management. Like there was so many. Well, hold on. First of all, it taught us how to procrastinate and still put on good events.
Come on. Oh, come on. Let's be real.
No, no, but for real, because they'll say, "Hey, you got you know 3 days or 5 days to put on this major campus event while you're still a
And the
student,
whole student center needs to be decorated.
decorated. You need to have all the stuff up. You need to get flyers out and approved before you get them out. I mean, God told me, because if you put out a flyer without that sticker, they were not going for that. They were
It's
not going for
what they used to snatch it down happily, just snatching it down.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, I mean, legit. So that's how we were connected. But from that, and y'all heard her allude to it. Sianni has her own organization, so I want her to tell us about Social Society U. Tell us a little bit about where did it come from, its purpose, your goals, all of that good stuff.
Cool. So I would say the idea manifested when I saw the unequal disparities in between schools. So that's the whole purpose of the organization is to kind of level out the playing field, from your rich private schools to your inner city broke schools, because at the end of the day, all these kids have to grow up and they have to be stewards in society. So it's not fair if like a school is struggling to have supplies for their kids and they're expected to like succeed at the same rate as private school students. So that's what we do. We come in there and we balance it out, give the kids what they need and college prep resources and even job resources if they don't want to go to school.
Yeah, yeah, and like I think that's powerful. I've noticed the one that we have in office is trying to put, or rather, take emphasis off of going to school. And like I think that's detrimental, especially to our young black um, students. Because if we don't go to school, a lot of times that's one of our main ways out. And so,
Yeah.
and so, kind of talk to us about that. Like, what are some things that y'all have found out? What are some things that you all have discovered as you all have been putting in this work for Social Society U?
I've discovered that students want you to meet them where they are. If you're
Mm,
just this person, and they also need to trust you before they really listen to you.
yeah.
And I'll give you a story. There was one young man who didn't really participate in the beginning of the workshop. And so I was like, all right, let me feel him out, see what's really going on. And so we sat down with him. We broke down the assignment. Like we had a Shark Tank and they had to come up with something, I think an invention or something like that. And at the end of our workshop, he came up to me and he said, well, miss, what I really want to be is an actor and a movie director.
Mm,
And when this guy initially came in, he wasn't trying to do anything. He was laughing in the back of the classroom, just not really attentive. So what that took is just sitting down, being with somebody, listening to them, and breaking it down.
absolutely.
At the end of the day, making it simple.
Absolutely. And then I know that from Social Society y'all have this like real big event that y'all have put on at least twice now. Like tell us about that. Tell us about what has happened with that.
Yeah, so we never want to be talking heads in any type of event. So whenever we throw an event, we make sure that we have fun, just like y'all do. I love you guys' events. But something that we do is called the gathering. And essentially this is the gathering of high school students and college students into one entity. And we have a party for them. A college prep expo, with the expo or something like that. So we have different student reps come out, we have a DJ, and they go through workshops throughout the day. When they're done with the workshops, they all come in, the DJ's playing the songs, whatever. We have a celebrity come perform, and like the students get to organically interact with one another and with our college reps, and really just show them the college experience through that one day.
Awesome, awesome. So like y'all in there showing them that swag surf. Y'all in there showing the well, hopefully not the WAP.
No, 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 no.
Y'all,
We keep it clean. They look when they come in here, ain't none of that.
right. But at the end of the day, like it's showing them, y'all can be and y'all can do so much more than maybe what
Hmm.
they have been doing. So yeah, I really, really think that is powerful. And so tonight, y'all, I told y'all she's probably one of the most creative, probably one of the most innovative people that I've been around. But on top of that, like when I tell you she's busy, she's moving, she's shaking, she's connecting, I've always seen you on the go. You've been with Watch the Yard, through Watch the Yard, YardCon, Google, so many other platforms that impact young people. Like tell us this. Why is this so important that our generation is represented in these spaces and is empowered to do and be who we are?
I think that that's my life's calling. Everybody has something that makes them itch, something that they're unhappy with or that they have a passion to solve, and that's mine. So whatever
Mm.
way that I can reach these students, whatever platforms that come my way, I find it fun, and I try to take hold of that because it is important. So many times, like people lose themselves. Look, I'm not even gonna focus on that. I think it's important because we have so much talent in the hood and places where people aren't really believing in themselves, and I want to see that talent. Like I want to see it rise up. And if we all did that all together, like think about how amazing and culture filled this world could be. Like if everybody really used all of their gifts and talents.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, you're so right. My friend right here, Isaiah, he said this is really great and something that needs to be exposed to school systems all around. You're absolutely right.
We're
We had the
working on that.
opportunity. Yeah, we had the opportunity last summer to do this summer camp, and it was a subsidized summer camp that was application based. And a lot of these kids are the kids that many would just give up on, many would just write off, and
Hmm.
just say, hey, whatever happens to them. Let them be a part of the system. So I mean, you're absolutely right. Like you are absolutely right when it comes to that. And I think it's just powerful on top of being admirable that like that's something that you do and you really put your energy into. I mean, is there a specific event or something that's happened in your life that really made you passionate about this?
Yes, collectively, but it was one event in particular, and I remember the day exactly. I was about 7 years old. It was before I moved to Florida. My parents and I, we were living up here, like in DC area, and we used to go to the museums all the time, yada yada, fun day. But something that I noticed on my way to the museum was that you had Benzes and Porsches driving down the street, passing people that were homeless, and I didn't
Mm,
understand what happened that caused those two paths to diverge. Because we all are born from a mom, we all hopefully were placed inside of some institution, education system. Like what happened? And so I thought about it, like maybe I could be the person that if somebody's on that verge after high school when they're kind of let out of their parents' house, to help
mm-hmm.
them stay on the path that God has for them versus. And you never know, like being homeless could be part of somebody's godly given path, and that's a good thing because it will always produce good. But if I can help somebody, I I try to go back to the root first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look. I thought you were about to sneak a preach. Like, okay, all right.
I was about to, but
Yeah.
I was
No.
about
But no,
to.
for real, like that's real. I mean, I think we see this unfortunately all too often, not only in the world but even in the church. It's like Why are there certain people in certain positions? You know, you're looking at their cars, and you're looking at the people that support their lifestyles, and you're looking at their cars. And so and so like legit, come on, somebody giving you these compliments. Look, I need y'all to hit that share
Oh,
button
that's
as
my
well.
sister.
Oh, come on now. But yeah, so like, you know, for real, that is just unfortunately how it is. But I don't think that it has to be that way. And so, you know, I
Right.
think what you're doing with Social Society U, and past that, what you're doing with your life is really important and really powerful. And
Thank
so
you.
part of that is where we really want to tap in, and this is where I think it's going to really get good. I have always admired your work ethic, but your creativity and your innovation. I need everybody. This is the part. If you have not shared, I need you to be a share warrior because it's about to get really good. She is about to help
Share.
us. We are in a pandemic, and a lot of us, we've been putting in work, we've been doing a lot of things, but it just seems like, you know, maybe we're getting to the end of what we know to do, or we're getting, you know, to the end of our energy. So, you know, help us out. What first fuels your creativity and your innovation?
First,
Sure.
I would,
Or just all the way around.
okay, going back to your reason why, like, what is that thing that God placed in your heart that makes you want to thrive and like get up every morning? And secondly, I would say it's my grandmother's, and like just people like that who I was able to see from a young age, like them starting businesses, and my grandfather started a business. I think it's just like I was blessed enough to see people working in something in their craft and working in what they wanted to do and making it happen. Um,
Yeah.
so I would say it started at home first.
Awesome, awesome. And then how about even now, like especially in this time of pandemic, what fuels your creativity, and you know what really fuels your passions and your innovation?
Trying to answer your question right. I always go back to like there's still kids out there that haven't been reached. There's still another generation that needs to help. And if I'm ever feeling like out of it, like if you have a burnout or something,
Yeah,
is that okay? So whenever I
yeah,
have a
absolutely.
burnout, I turn on documentaries that are kind of discussing the issue that I'm trying to solve. Because when I watch that
Mm,
documentary, it kind of puts faces with names for me. Like, okay, this young man is from Compton. This young lady's from Harlem. Like, I can actually see who I'm targeting. And then I have a playlist that I usually put on as well. Like, if I know I need to stay up for a good 3 hours and knock something out, I just
yeah,
do and go ahead and just finish it, even if I'm tired.
absolutely. Yeah, no, I think you answered it perfect. That what fuels your creativity and your innovation, even in a moment like a pandemic or moment where you're just busy, is you are reminded of your passion. And like I think that's so real because so many times or rather what I'm seeing now is people are getting to the end of their rope. You know, people are getting to the place where they're like, man, is it even worth it? Because we're having events now, but it's virtual, you know, versus how in person I can see the impact, you know,
Hmm.
versus I'm online, and just like right now we're talking to a screen, but I don't really know if it's impacting people or not. You know, or rather, you know, I'm putting together a message or putting together this plan or putting together that, and you're like, yo, are people really enjoying this? Are people really getting something from it? So, you know, I think that's really, really, really awesome. Really awesome.
To
What
that
would you?
point, can
Yeah,
I make
yeah,
a
go
point
ahead.
about that?
Yeah, go ahead.
If you're ever feeling in that space, I would say one, think out the box. So like if you're not happy with the things that's going on now, like you are doing virtual events, but what else can you do? You know, what else can you do that impacts people? Is that offering a student an internship? Is that making your services for free for one person? Something
Mm,
that you need to feel impact just one time, maybe do that. Um, And yeah, always ask yourself why you're doing this. I asked myself that this morning, like, why am I even doing this? And I had to remind myself, like, this is why you're doing this. So go head on. Like, yeah. Okay, your next question.
Yeah, no, no, wait. That's really important. Did y'all hear that? She said, think outside of the box. You know what? I guess my mantra that I've kind of come up with that was birthed out of our experience last year is very similar. But we say break out of the box, right? Because so many people are always trying to box us in. But it's like, yo, what if we just break out of the box? What if there is no box? And, you know, what are we able to accomplish? What are we able to do? Listen, they are eating this up. They are eating this up. This is dope.
That's funny.
All right, tell me this. Like, tell me this. So, um, you do this like really well. I'm jealous. I want you to teach me this. Because I told you I want to be like you when I grow up.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
you got this real special ability to just network. Like, I mean, y'all, if you need to get in contact, I promise, Sianni could call the president. Like, she's connected. She's connected. If I
You're
ever need to get in touch
silly.
with anybody, I'm calling Sianni because she's gonna get me there. She's the plug for real, bomb.com. So, you know,
Thank you.
tell us like how can we effectively network with people without seeming creepy?
Without seeming creepy. So okay. Sometimes I can be creepy, okay? Let me tell you let me tell you the difference. So I know when if I go to a networking event by myself, I know I'm about to be creepy, Sienna, because I'm already nervous. Like that's not my I'm not able to be myself if I'm by myself in a room that I don't know people who know okay, let me give you an example. I went to a networking
Yeah.
event. Everybody else knew each other but me. Like I was the only oddball out there. So when I did that, I found one person that I could really like talk to and be that let that person be my one person to kind of like okay loosen up and now it's time to talk to other people. So I would say go with a friend if you are going to networking events. However, if you're not and this is virtual right now, something that I learned is that you always want to not ask for if you're networking somebody, you don't ask them for their help. You tell them how you can help them, and you just continuously build on that relationship. So if I'm going to if I'm going to you and we don't know each other, and instead of saying, "Hey, can you post this picture for me and be my whatever person?" I'll say, "Hey, what do you have going on with the outpour? How can I be of assistance to you? How can I help you? This is what I do." So not only that, so you're not approaching it with what can I get from you, but what can I give you? And then you're also able to talk about yourself. And that's how you that's how I've been able to pull things and praying like God, don't let this be awkward. Like help this one to stick.
Yeah.
And sometimes it does drop, sometimes it sticks. And so I'm just like, okay, great.
Listen, y'all, I think the this live alone was worth it just for that one point. She said you have to avail yourself. You have to say, "Hey, how can I help you?" And then with offering that help to them, then you're able to plug yourself, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. That's powerful.
Yes,
That's
yes.
powerful. Absolutely. 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 Well, look, you know, we don't believe in being long. You know, we try to break that of always trying to be long, super, super long. But I do want you
That's
to like
funny.
tell us this, you know, what are some real good jewels? What are some real good nuggets that you would leave with our generation that is either on right now or those that will come on and watch later on?
Okay. Something that I would say, if you have an idea that you're trying to push, don't let it drop. They say after 2 years, a lot of entrepreneurs they say that that's kind of like a point where it gets tougher. So I would say push past that 2 year mark and keep pushing past the 5 year mark, keep pushing past the 7 year mark. Like, don't stop. If this is something that you truly, truly believe in, keep on going. Don't stop for anything. If you have to revamp, re strategize, do that. Especially
Mhm.
now, think outside of the box, break the box, like you said. Did I say that right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You're
do
good.
that. That's what I would say.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I think what just encouraged me and is going to help me throughout the rest of this month through the end of September is just reminding myself of my passions, because it's just so, I mean, it's just so easy to get sidetracked, and it's so easy to do everything else. And so reminding yourself of your passions, that's
Yeah.
really awesome. And I want you to tell the people, how can they connect with you? How can they connect with what you're doing and support it?
Okay, awesome. So I am on all social media at Sianni Cabello. I know it's floating down at the bottom right here. And we can also visit our nonprofit website at socialsocietyu.org or socialsocietyu.com. No, .org. I apologize for that. And connect with us there. We have an event coming up this weekend called Built for This. It's actually in partnership with BYOB Live. We're hosting a whole bunch of HBCU students. So if you are an
Oh,
HBCU student and you're
wait a
current,
minute. Now, wait a minute. Hold on. She just made that sound. We're just hosting an event, and this and that. You need to talk about this, because that's huge. What you're doing is
okay,
huge. Tell them about that.
cool. Thank you. So, yes, the company that's having this event is BYOB Live. They do in-person events, but now we're online and they're having a digital conference for people just like you. And I'm working with the HBCU students right now. So if you do need a free ticket, it is a 2 day conference. It does cost a lot of money. It's so worth it. I've met so many great people. But if you're an HBCU student, you get it for free. So you can write me at Sianni Cabello or just go on our website at socialsocietu.org, find our email on there, and send it to me so I can get you that free link.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Y'all don't miss your blessing.
You're so
Y'all don't.
funny.
Y'all don't miss your blessing. She said, "Is that for grad students as well, or is that just undergrad?"
They didn't specify.
I understand.
So I would say yes.
Okay, so for any HBCU students that are watching this when it's live right now, or later on tomorrow, I know it's a little bit late. Y'all need to hit her up. If you forget how to hit her up or whatever, call me, because I need to make sure that y'all are going to this stuff, because it's this exposure, it's this type of exposure that's going to open you up to your fullest potential. That's
Yeah,
awesome. Hold on.
man.
Oh, look, you got all the juice. Go ahead,
For
granddaughter.
what?
Go ahead,
Hey,
granddaughter.
grandma.
You got all the juice. So that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, Sienna, I thank you for giving me just a little bit of your time for this. And I'm believing that over these different channels, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, that somebody has been tapping in, somebody's been listening, and that hopefully that this has helped them.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me. I love what you guys are doing. You are so
Ab-
amazing and so creative. Please keep doing this because the world needs you.
Whew. Listen, don't make me cry. Wait a minute. Whew. Yes, Lord. Well,
That's
look, y'all.
hilarious.
Look, I need y'all to go and follow Siani. Go and check out socialsocietyu.org. I'm telling you, you need to be a part of it. You need to connect with this, because she is literally touching people, not just in the nation, but I even think she's gone international with it a couple of times. So she's literally touching people all over the world, and I want you to be touched with by it as well. I need everybody to be connected with Outpour, So you can follow us. You see our social media handle at the bottom. If you're on Facebook, go ahead and like our page. It just takes literally 10 seconds. And then I need you to text Outpour to 55498. Text Outpour to 55498. This year, as you've already heard, I'm pulling off of the creativity and the innovation of people like Sianni. She's helping me so much, and I don't even know if she really realizes it yet. We are getting ready to pull off our first digital experience. I'm telling you, with the things that we have in place, I'm believing that we are going to reach thousands of people, and I want you to be a part of it. So I need you. I need you to take a moment, follow us, connect with us. Text Outpour to 55498. Sianni, I thank you so much for being with us, and everyone else. We will see you on Saturday morning as we engage at 9 o'clock for a time of prayer. You're not, I promise you, you are not going to want to miss our prayer leader, Renisha Lyon. Until then, be blessed. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it.